Hi, this is Jonathan Dobson from the Drummers Institute at drummersinstitute.com. Please feel free to go down and visit us at the website and see the drumming concepts and courses we offer. And give us a call down at the studio to enroll anytime. We'd love to see you. Alright, so mastering the triplet. This is part one. We did part two last week. This is part one. Okay, so we want to use the basic triplet, the basic one. This is the 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and basic triplet. Swing. This is the basis of all swing. Very important rudiment, and we'll show you a few different ways to turn it into a groove and also use it around the kit. And then incorporate it with part two, which was a Swiss Army no flam that we did. Okay, we want to expand the concept of the triplet. So the first is just to get it going as the triplet. Make sure both accents are clean, and then those other two strokes in each triplet are less. Okay, then we're going to now turn it into a groove. We play the same thing on the hi-hat, and then 1 and 3 on the kick, and then 2 and 4 on the snare. And we turn this into the first basic triplet beat. So 1, 2 and 3 and 4. 1 and 2 and 4. Now you can count that in half time, like I prefer to do it, or you can just count it in real time. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so half time and real time, depending on how it feels to you. To me, it's better if you do it in the half time, which is only then 3 and the 1 on the kick, right? Again, kick drum has to be strong, and the snare drum wants to be strong. The hi-hat doesn't have to be so loud. When you're talking about balancing your limbs, you want to make sure your bass drum and your kick are super strong on this level, and then the hi-hat is always a little less. It doesn't need to be loud. A lot of players play top heavy, and their hi-hat's like... So all you're hearing is too much hi-hat and not enough bottom end. The groove of all your basses and beats has to come from the bottom up. You know, so if I'm playing a basic eighth note thing, it's the correct way. The incorrect way is... I'm hearing now the hi-hat, you see, so we don't want that. Same applies here. So I relax and play very, very lightly on the hi-hat and make sure that the kick and the snare are strong. Now, we're going to use the same triplet and we're going to go around the kit. A 6-piece, 7-piece, 3-piece. You want to use the whole drum set to get that full descending tom. We want it to descend, and then of course, right to the end, exclamation there for the fill, rather than stopping like halfway. The sound is good because I'm not getting the full descension of the tom. So another important thing when you're doing your fills is go the full length of the floor tom so you can get that descending feel and sound, that sonic sound in your fill. Now, let's build up a little bit of speed and see how 5-stroke at the end of the 4 of the triplet. That's we're playing it as the groove. Five-stroke doubles, right? This would be 30-second notes. Nice twist, so it's starting to expand again. Again, we're taking the concept, we're expanding it a bit. Notice how it's a rudiment and another rudiment, and I'm going to show you a couple more in here. So rudiments, again, taking center stage is the most important skill set in order to execute this and make it musical. Okay? Right into the 1. The 5 always goes right into the 1, so that's another thing to remember. Now we want to put in the Swiss Army triplet we did in the last episode. We're going to put it together with the regular triplet. So what you're going to get is this. Swiss Army, Swiss Army, Swiss Army, Swiss Army, Swiss Army. Okay, so see the sticking change? Triplet, Swiss Army, Swiss Army, Swiss Army. Now remember, the Swiss Army has no flam in it. Okay, for ease to make it work around the kit, and of course getting up to high speed. Now, let's break it up. This is where the Swiss Army really comes into play, when we break it up between the ride and the hi-hat. We can play the same groove, same thing we just did. Starts to take on the characteristic of a paradiddle almost. That's how it sounds. But what we're playing is the same 2 triplets. Now again, Swiss Army no flam with the triplet and the 5. So there's 3 rudiments already in this concept, right here in this one lesson. Okay? Notice how my ride and hi-hat are nice and low compared to the kick and snare that is strong. We don't want to smack them, but we got to make sure that that level, we got to think it in our head. Kick, snare, hi-hat, and ride. Always a little bit down. There you go.